I am so honored and privileged to be able to welcome all of you here today. And I had the opportunity to be in the Cinco de Mayo parade. If you could roll that video, and you'll see what these guys did to me in this lowrider car. And as you're watching that, I would like to have the Cinco de Mayo committee to come forward. They're going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. But that car just bounces, and yeah, I had a workout already just sitting in that car, so pretty amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, our Cinco de Mayo committee is going to come up and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. David, please bring up your team. And I'd like at this time if you could all stand as we honor our flag.
Right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You guys can all be seated. Let's give them a round of applause. Don't leave yet. Don't leave. We've got a couple of presents. Dr. Carcano. If you'll be in here for the photo, we've got a couple of citations that we'd like to present to you on behalf of the business community and as some of our elected officials. And these are for the committee. So they started back in, they didn't, but the committee started somewhere around 1924, almost 100 years ago. And off and on they had different events, the fiesta, and then the parade. This parade happened to have been the 50th parade since they started, and we're just very honored and privileged that they continued that tradition and brought the rich history of what Corona was founded on. So thank you guys so much. Go ahead and get in there for that photo. Let's give them a round of applause. And at this time, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce our MC today. He was on a sabbatical. You had Paul Bender. Where's Paul Bender at right now? Paul Bender, she was our MC. Hey, she's going to be speaking at the women's conference. You'll hear a little bit more about that later on, so you guys definitely get your tickets for that. But I did want to introduce John. John has been a tremendous leader for us. He does a lot of great things. I'm going to task him with the most impossible thing. We started 8 minutes late, and we need to end on time. So, John, it's all yours.
Good morning. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Hey, so I know there's some people looking for seats. If you got some open seats, raise your hand, let people know. Okay.
All the way over on the right.
And all the way on the right, we got a few. Okay, very good. Nice haircut, sir. Really good. A lot of good haircuts in here, I got to tell you. One seat next to Jim Gore for the last person that gets stuck with Jim. Okay. All right. So I got a question to start it out. By the way, if you're in line, you can't talk. You got to be quiet. Okay. So I had this thought the other day. So why do they call it rush hour when nothing moves? Come on.
What's the answer?
Yeah, I wish we had the answer. There's a bad joke there. I'm going to avoid that one. So, yes, okay. So, good morning, Corona. It's my honor to be your MC. And we've got a lot to go through. I'm 8 minutes behind. So, we're going to start with a slide about text messages. So, by the way, that was my picture there, so you know me. So, text the word Corona to 951-CHAMBER. That's 951-242-6237 for those of you that don't know how to spell chamber. And went to the Corona Norco Unified School District. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, Norco. There you go. This will be my last time emceeing, so if you've never heard me before, you'll be over it real fast. So, all right. So. Anyway, send the word Corona to 951-CHAMBER. We're going to send you important messages. While your phones are out, take a picture, take a selfie, hashtag Corona Chamber, and then hey, while you're there, put it on silent, and then put it away. I mean, this is only going to take a little over an hour. I know it'll be hard not to look at your phone and scroll for an hour. but be present. We're going to have some great stuff today. This is the state of the city. We're going to hear from our mayor today, and our mayor's in the house. Tom's right here. That's right. About half of you are excited for that, so that's good. We'll get the other half going here in a second. So the chamber is, really your source for prosperity. I've been a member over 10 years. It's been a great business decision. If you're considering joining, Robert Yanez is here. Or there's chamber members that can help you. Get signed up. Lots of stuff going on. Lots of committees, industry-specific groups. In a few minutes, you're going to hear from our current board chair, Dr. Anthony Peritano, who went to Corona, so we can spell chamber. And so we're going to hear from our newest members, and then we have 6 members that have been around a while, totaling nearly 100 years of service between the 6 of them. So on your table, you have the agenda on the back, and on the back you have all these different events coming up with QR codes, so you can take pictures of anything you're interested in. We also have our sponsors, way to register for next month. It's all there right in front of you. So after you finish your breakfast, this was an interesting meeting. Everybody got here and sat down and waited for the servers to come bring breakfast. I missed last month. I didn't realize we had a sit-down breakfast last month. But hey. All right, let's see. Our sponsors today. We couldn't do this without our sponsors. So let's acknowledge all our sponsors in alphabetical order, ladies and gentlemen. American Medical Response. Right up front here, the City of Corona. The Corona Chamber Foundation. Oh, I didn't realize this. Corona Norco Unified School District. My apologies. Grace S. Clark, CPA. Brought our own cheering section. Kaiser Permanente. Riverside County Supervisor, Karen Spiegel. Southern California Gas Company. Southern California Edison. Right here in the front, Vulcan Material. And Waste Management. All right. So we're gonna keep it moving. When I tell you that you're on deck, that means you're gonna be coming up. So if I announce that you're on deck, you're gonna come up to your left, my right, and get ready to come on stage. You're gonna get close, so when it's your time, you're up on stage right away, and we can keep this moving. So on deck is Dr. Peritano. So again, how many of you are brand new? First time they've been to a Good Morning Corona? All right, quite a few. Let's hear it for them. Very good. So I'm going to introduce our VIPs. I have a list here. You're all VIPs actually, but these VIPs actually get elected or appointed in their positions. So we're going to give them one clap. So when I announce their name, it's going to be all in unison, one clap. So because there's some that are real popular, we could be here all day. Riverside County Supervisor, 2nd District, Karen Spiegel. Pretty good, not bad. I can tell some of you are married, you follow directions well. City of Corona Mayor, Tom Richins. Vice Mayor, Jim Steiner. Council Member, Wes Speak. Council Member, Tony Daddario. Council Member, Jackie Casillas. City of Norco, Mayor, Kevin Bash. Mayor Pro Tem, Greg Newton. Other neighboring cities from the City of Riverside, we have Council Member Chuck Conder. Corona Norco School Board, Vice President Stacy Nicola. Board Member Bill Pollock. From the Western Municipal Board District, we have Division 4, Laura Rotten. Sorry. From Division 5, Fazia Risby. Eastern Municipal Water District, Phil Pauley. Let's see, department heads with the City of Corona. We have our City Manager, Jacob Ellis. Assistant City Manager, Justin Tucker. Our Police Chief, Bob Newman. Fire Chief, Brian Young. Library Trustees, Connie Newhan. Library Trustee, Jamie Merchant. And I think Jamie's running for school board, so let's hear it for her. All right. Past elected officials, Jeff Miller is a former state assembly member. Riverside County Office of Economic Development, Suzanne Holland is the director. Deputy Director, Rob Moran. Workforce Development, Heidi Marshall. And from the RCCD Riverside Community College District, we have Norco College President, Dr. Monica Green. From Ken Calvert's office, our congressman, we have Shauna Rimke, Daniel Shade, and Justin McEwen. From Senator Richard Roth's office, Moses Lopez Sierra. From Senator Kelly Ciarto's office, we have Field Rep Braxton DeFontora. Easy for me to say. Assembly Member Bill Asaley's office, Alexis Gonzalez and Casey Deaver. From Supervisor Spiegel's office, Chief of Staff Phil Pauley. Woo! All right. Save 2 minutes there. All right, so here we go. Where am I? Boy, all right. Okay, so that's the elected officials. That's my honor now, I believe. Oh, on deck will be Paul Bender and Team CNUSD. So you'll be lining up over here. So it's my honor to introduce our current chair of the board at the Chamber of Commerce, Dr. Anthony Paratano. I've known Anthony since we were in high school. He's been around, he's a local boy. The reason Corona baseball is so good is because he laid the groundwork like a couple years ago. But he stuck around a long time. He took over a practice. They've been in business 86 years. He looks great for 86 years in business. He looks great. So, but what I really like about him is much he's a giver and makes this world better. And so, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Paratano.
Thank you, everybody. I'll tell you what, Mayor, that's the biggest list of VIPs. They're all here to speak. There's no pressure. But nonetheless, guys, I just want to chat about a trip. We just got back from Sacramento, which was our legislative summit with Cal Cairo up in Sacramento a week ago. This trip is open to anyone that's a chamber member. Please participate next year. This was my first time, and it was really neat kind of see how things function. 12 business leaders who volunteered to attend representing the Corona Chamber met with elected officials, decision makers, and what we do matters. We did meet with representatives, we did meet with congressmen, we had dinner with Kelly Ciarto. It was just a really good experience, kind of see how things do work out there. What we do does matter. How many people own a restaurant that's in this room? Okay, we have some restaurant owners. How many people took a to-go order out of a restaurant recently, leftover food or to-go, Grubhub, etc., okay? There was a bill that was being proposed that would eliminate all paper cups, styrofoam, plastic plates, plastic utensils. That alone would take away at least 40% of restaurateur business in the state. And so it's amazing that that actually was a bill that was being discussed. Our restaurant committee and board of directors made calls, wrote letters. While we cannot stand here and claim that it was because of our efforts alone, it did not make it out of committee. So that was a huge part of it. And even though a lot of these bills, what I did learn personally, may have good intention, we really have no clue of unintended consequences down the pipeline for some of these bills that are out there. So while in Sacramento, oh, by the way, we were also presented, the Corona Chamber, with the Presidential Award for Advocacy Outreach for our members. There were only 12 members throughout the entire state that received the award, and we did receive it yet again. It's pretty impressive. And that's Bobby's field, so perfect. So we have coming up, our next trip is to DC. That is going to be in September. And so I believe there's a slide up there that's talking about it. So again, if you'd like to join us on our DC trip, again, I have not been this first one, I'm looking forward to it. Our congressman is getting us set up for some events there while we're in the state, as well as Jeff Gibson, who's one of our political consultants who's setting things up. So take a look at the opportunity, talk to anybody at the chamber, speak with them about going. I'd like to welcome now Desiree. Come on up. This is Desiree, our Vice President of Operations. Everybody give Desiree a hand. One of the hardest workers in the world.
Thank you, Dr. P. Okay, who all considers themselves a foodie here in the audience? Really, like 10? Come on, guys. How about this? Who all wants to support our restaurants, bakeries, breweries, and other establishments here in Corona? Every hand should be up. Okay, guys, well, take a look at the screen, and And there's also a postcard on your table. Mark your calendars for Taste of Corona on Saturday, June 22nd. It is going to be the event of the year. There is going to be at least over 30 restaurants, breweries, bakeries showcasing their items. And there will be community booths, games, music, but most importantly, you guys, a sense of community and supporting our local businesses that thrive within our community. Head on over to the website by scanning the QR code or going to the website, tasteofcorona.com, to see all of who is participating. We are still adding more this week, so keep checking that website, buy your tickets. Thank you to our co-presenting sponsors of the event, along with the Chamber, Riverside County Office of Economic Development, and the Shops of Dos Lagos for being such amazing partners and ensuring a successful event. Tickets are only $30, which includes entry to the event and 10 tastes. An additional taste will be available to purchase on the website and also on the day of the event. If you want more information on how you can become a sponsor, because I can see some sponsor possibilities in here, connect with me after the event. Or if you want to be an exhibitor, if you're a food person or a brewery or a restaurant, connect with me after the program today and I'd be happy to talk to you about it. See you there, guys.
Thank you, Desiree. And by the way, just a short update. If anyone has any business challenges, our logo for the year is We've Got Your Back. Okay, we started what's called BERT, which is a Business Emergency Response Team. There's an article in the May, June issue of the Corona Business News. Take a look at it as you're leaving. Our goal is to help businesses when they have an issue, come to the chamber with that issue. We try and mobilize our resources and whatever resources are necessary to solve that problem. So that's what we're here for, and thank you very much.
John, go ahead and take a break. We're good. At this time, I'd like to welcome Paul Bender-Badesha to the stage. Paul Bender.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, so lovely to see a huge packed room, all to hear our lovely Mayor, Tom Richins, speak today. I'm channeling the 80s, so I'm kind of feeling a little awkward today. John Wygan said I need some new clothes, so ladies, slap him later. Okay, so I'm here to tell you about our upcoming workforce development meeting. Workforce development is really the #1 issue facing all employers, all organizations, right? It's, if we're not dealing, there's obviously engaged employees out there, there's half-dead employees out there that come to work, and believe me, we deal with them all, but we can't run our businesses and organizations without them. The Workforce Development Committee of the Chamber, we're heading into our 2nd year, has involvement from industry, the City of Corona's Economic Development, Corona-Norco Unified School District, Norco College, and non-profits. We all need employees, and we need to equip them for a rapidly changing environment. And what I'm excited to announce is that our next presentation on Tuesday, 4th of June, will focus on Generation Z and their challenges and opportunities. I birthed 2 of them. Did anybody else birth Generation Z? That's young people, sorry, they're not children anymore, born between 1997 and 2012. So they're kind of, I think they're peaking out at the age of 27 this year, and they are a mixed bunch, right? But what I'm excited to announce is that Swati Singh, who's an education consultant, ex-entrepreneur of a food manufacturing company. She and her family ran in Corona for many, many years. And now she's a social enterprise entrepreneur as well. Swati, could you stand and jump up and down? Yeah. So she's very dynamic. She's going to present on young people and what we can do to help make the most of them. They are the majority workforce. Has anybody noticed that? I have 2 in my office, and it's lovely most of the time. And then you go home to them, and you're like, oh my God. Anyway, So I want to encourage you all to attend. It's an open meeting, Tuesday, 4th of June, 11:30 at the Chamber, and I want to give a huge shout out to Mr. Dean Burdick with Altman's Construction Company, who's over there, I believe, for sponsoring our meeting. Thank you so much. See you there. As chair of the Krona, but let's get on with the agenda. Yeah.
Stick to the script.
As chair of the Krona Chamber's Workforce Development Committee, Dr. Piritano, Bobby and I were so honoured to represent a scholarship that we established 4 years ago when a tragedy hit Corona. 2 young adults, both high school graduates, were on a date at the movie theatre at Corona Crossings, Edwards Movie Theatre, and that night became a nightmare that the Goodrich and Barajas families and our communities will never forget.
The scholarship is created to honor Riley Goodrich's memory. Our goal is to focus on how Riley lived rather than how she died. Riley was an exceptional student, an ideal employee, and a wonderful human being.
Riley worked for the local Chick-fil-A owner, Sean York. Riley set the tone for others. She arrived early, always had a smile on her face, and was a true leader. She helped other associates and received many compliments from her customers. The Krona Chamber recognizes the role model that Riley has become. Yes, even at an early age, she made a difference. That's the Generation Z we're trying to emulate. It is through our Workforce Development Committee of the Krona Chamber that this scholarship will continue year after year. We're making a commitment to that.
Riley was part of the Corona High School STEM and CTE program. Students from this program must complete medical biology, medical chemistry, medical anatomy, sports medicine level 1 and level 2, as well as other high school classes, and maintain their GPA to a high standard. Students also complete volunteer and community service hours. They have gone on to do great things in the community and with others.
According to her teachers and the administrators, Riley was an exceptional student. This memorial scholarship will hopefully be something that provides hope for those who are still grieving at the school and the community. This will be our 3rd consecutive presentation, and like the prior ones and the namesake of this scholarship, this year's recipient is truly well-deserving and accomplished. The scholarship recipient for this year's Riley Goodrich Memorial Award, I'm so honored to announce, is Diana Mercado. Congratulations, Diana.
My name is Jim Lynn, and I'm with our Corona Unified School District and Corona High School with our STEM sports medicine program. Obviously, Riley just epitomizes what we hope all of us can become, much less a young person. Someone like Diana Mercado is going to go on and do great things, as many of us in this room do, for whether it's our community or a community somewhere else. So without question, let's give it up for Diana Mercado.
Right here for one. Alvin. Thank you.
Here's the real check. There you go. Congratulations. We're so proud of you, Diana. Diana actually received other scholarships that night as well from other organizations in town. We're so proud of her. Thank you to all of you for supporting us with this, and congratulations again to Diana and her family. Please take a moment to congratulate them later. Thank you.
That's awesome. You want to grab that for me, Paul Bender? All right, thank you, Paul Bender. On deck is Supervisor Spiegel. My pleasure to introduce today, right now, Membership Development for the Corona Chamber, Robert Yanez. Let's hear for Robert.
Thank you so much, John. Please join me in welcoming our newest members that made the decision
to join the Chamber in the month of April. Not all were able to be here this morning, but we want to acknowledge them all. Each member will be given a 30-second to introduce themselves and their business. If they start to go over, TJ will play this sound.
Take out the papers and the trash, or you don't get no picnic cash.
If you start to hear that music, you know your 30 seconds is up. And after speaking, please move to my left and take a picture with our board chair, Dr. Anthony Peritano, and we will begin in alpha order. First, Nine Tails Veterinary Clinic. Let's give her a round of applause.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Dr. Shantae Tran. I'm the newest member here. Thank you for having me in this community. I'm excited. I've always wanted to open my own practice, so now I've done that, and we're officially opened. I am located at 1973 Foothill Parkway, right off of El Cerrito. And we're also going to have our grand opening celebration on June 8th, so hopefully you guys can all make it. But I see mostly dogs and cats. I do see exotics as well. Skilled in surgeries, internal medicine. I also do acupuncture, so a little bit of everything. But thank you all for having me, and I'm excited to be in the community.
Next, we have Bake by Gigi and Me. Let's give them a round of applause.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Linda, aka Gigi. This is my daughter Christy, and this is the inspiration, Grayson, that I became a baker. My background is in cosmetic manufacturing, so this is a different avenue for me. But that's where I met Bobby Spiegel and Paul Binder. I'm a home-based business. I do specialty cupcakes, bouquets, monograms. I do a variety of different cupcakes as well. Cookies, brownies. I do weddings. I do corporate events, birthdays. So I look forward to getting to meet all of you, and I look forward to seeing you at Taste of Corona. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next, we have Derma Aesthetica Med Spa. Let's give them a round of applause.
Hi, good morning. So my name is Tony. I own Derma Aesthetica Med Spa. I hate speaking in front of people, so my heart is pounding out of my chest a little bit. But we're located right here at the bottom of Eagle Glen Parkway at the Eagle Glen Village, in between the Mail Center and the Animal Hospital. So we do non-invasive body and facial contouring, hair restoration. Take it easy, gentlemen, not one at a time. Dermal fillers, IV hydration, facials, laser treatments, skin tightening. I mean, we do it all. So I left some flyers there on the table if you guys have any questions, or any of the services are there on the table. But we look forward to welcoming you guys to our med spa. So thank you.
Next, we have Faith Financial Planning, LLC. Let's give a round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarah, and first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody here. Thank you for the food. That was delicious. That's mainly the reason why I came. I'm just kidding. But I am a new member here, and I don't know a single soul in here, so I just want to say I'm excited to meet every single one of you. My business is a financial planning firm, and my favorite thing is working with business owners to help them set up their employee benefits, their health plans, retirement planning, and many more things. So my grand opening is tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. and the celebration starts at 6. The address is 2363 California Avenue, Suite 01.
Thank you. Next, we have Good Roots Coffee. Let's give her a round of applause.
Hi, good morning. My name is Randy Tucker, and I am the owner of Good Roots Coffee. We are a really cute Airstream looking mobile coffee bar. We have fresh roasted coffee, and we are in the community here in Temescal Valley. So we are located wherever you want killer coffee, and we'll make your event really special. We have corporate event planners that work with us, as well as some retail sports events. So, thank you.
Thank you. Next, juice it up. Not able to be here. Mazza Main Street Deli. And now we have Pick Barnes Accounting LLC. Let's give them a round of applause.
I'm Mark Pickering. This is Shirley Barnes. We're Pick Barnes Accounting. We specialize in construction accounting. I've got 45 years of experience up to CFO. Shirley's been doing it for 35 years and we've worked together. We just started this business trying to help small companies. We especially work with minority businesses, especially with government contracts. And if you need help, we're here to help. We've got a lot of specialty in construction. So bonding, funding, banks, CPA, we can help out. I'm not a CPA, but I've worked with them for 45 years.
Take
so
out the
we're here.
papers and the
Next, we have Polly's Pies. Let's give them a round of applause.
Hi, good morning. I'm Erica. I'm with Polly's Pies. I'm the GM. This is Chris, one of my assistant managers. We are located on Hamner, 1799 Hamner over in Norco. Polly's Pies has been around for over 50 years, making memories and traditions. We do all of our own baked goods. They're all fresh, no preservatives. They're baked fresh every day. Our cookies are giant cinnamon rolls that are the size of hubcaps. It's all real good. Don't forget to get your cookie and free slice of pie on your way out if you didn't get one on your way in. Right now, we also are doing a promotion where we're donating pies to the military veterans and the first responders. And so come on into Polly's Pies and see if you can help us out with those donations. So we'll see you over at Polly's. Have a great day.
Next, Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, and now SoCal Balloon Company. Let's give them a round of applause.
Hey everybody, my name is Darren. I'm the owner of SoCal Balloon Company. I've been a balloon twister for 12 years. I got started doing balloons when I was 17, and thank you, Chris. I specialize in balloons to be fun entertainment for kids, but then I also specialize in balloon decorations for birthday parties, special events, corporate, and other events like that. There we go. Well, I'd love to be at your event. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Next, City Bridge Suites, Eastvale, Sunshine Nails and Spa, and now we have the Window and Solar Ninjas. Let's give her a round of applause.
Hello, I'm a little short for this. Hello everyone, my name is Ashley. I am the owner of the Window and Solar Ninjas. We are based here in Corona, California, but we service all of the Inland Empire. We do window cleaning, rain gutter cleaning, we do re-screening, and we also do pressure washing as well. So I'm excited to work with everybody, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Next, Unit Shippers, and now we have Will Rollins for Congress. Let's give him a round of applause.
Hey everybody, good morning. Will Rollins, candidate for Congress in California 41. My background's actually in law enforcement. Wanted to work in law enforcement after seeing the North Tower collapse on 9/11. Got to become a federal prosecutor in Southern California where I went after MS-13, the Sinaloa cartel, and terrorists. Quit my job because I think America is too divided. And I have a family of Republicans, and I know how difficult it is to operate a business in Southern California. And so I look forward to working with each and every one of you because you need a voice in Washington, and I promise you that I will be that voice when I get there. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And thank you again. Welcome to the chamber.
All right, thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. Let's welcome all the new members. So the balloon guy, I've actually used him quite a bit. I sent my wife bouquets of balloons and stuff that way. He does a great job. So I have an impression of a Macy's balloon, but I'm not going to do that right now. It's pretty good. I'll do it later. Okay, on deck, Kathy Armstrong and David Brambilla. The Women's Riverside County Women's Leadership Conference, August 8th, Crossroads Christian Church. So we're going to hear from our County Supervisor, Karen Spiegel. She's going to talk about that. So welcome to the stage, Supervisor Spiegel.
Good morning. August 8th, mark your calendars. This is our 13th annual. It is started in Corona and has just spread to Riverside County. Last year we had 800. We're looking for over 1,000 of you folks to attend. It is a great opportunity, not only for networking, but growth and learning. I think that's what started the whole concept. Our main speakers are awesome. High energy, great information shared, and really focusing on us as individuals. We can't grow and do well in our businesses until we're doing well in ourselves, and that's really what this is about. Yvette DeLoa, Finding the Gift, Kimberly Austin, Millions of Possibilities, Jennifer Garcia, What is Human Trafficking? So it's a variety of information shared. Then we have a real talk panel. A lot of local folks on this one, Kimberly Davidson, Mary Barnett, Paul Bender. Y'all heard Paul Bender? Let me tell you, she can share some great information. Thank you, Paul Bender, for being one of our speakers. And then we'll have a physician panel and much, much more. So come and join. We're looking obviously for sponsors. We have exhibit booths that we'll have available. And last year, I'm telling you, we're gonna beat it out this year. And I'm happy to introduce today 2-for-1 special for a very limited time on your tickets. So there's a QR code and we can order them today. Go from the back of the booth. And I hope to see all of you there. And I always say this, and I'm sorry if it's not politically correct, but real men attend this.
Just so you know, Supervisor Spiegel's not a new member to be cut off after 30 seconds, but hey. Anyway, hey,
wait a minute. That was supposed to be the theme song.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh! Now I get it. I'm like, what are they doing? They're yanking her off stage. What the heck? Man, don't they know who she's married to? Don't they know who she is? Hey, I've got one of my family members here in the front row, Joe Montana, my brother-in-law right here. He's always giving me a bad time because he's up at like 3 in the morning and he sends me texts when I wake up at 7 and they're already there, like 30 of them. So I actually figured, hey, he's already up. All right, on deck milestone members. So line up if you're one of our milestone members. Please welcome the Corona Chamber Foundation Vice Chair, Kathy Armstrong, and Board Member David Brambilla to the stage. Cue it up.
Thank you, John. Good morning, everybody. It's an honor for me to be up here next to David Brambilla, and we're going to be co-chairing the Memorial Mile March on May 25th. We have our amazing Grand Marshal sitting there, Don Kinran. So please put it on your calendars, May 25th, and I will let David explain it to you.
Thank you, everybody. So Memorial Day, what does that signify? Let me take you back to April 11, 2004. I had a best friend that I served with in the Marine Corps. He got ambushed, he got killed. April 11th to me is very special. It's the day that it was Easter, he passed away, but also Memorial Day is the day that we remember him and we honor him. So for this Memorial Mile March, we are having, we're gonna have a flag that we're going to plant on the lawn, and on that flag is going to be a fallen hero from the city of Corona since World War I. So I encourage all of you to please come out and walk with us, honor our fallen veterans, and honor our city and our community. Thank you.
Thank you. We also have a table, so please come and visit. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Hey, we have a lot of people that made this day happen. I want to just acknowledge Rhythm Tech Productions, our AV team, and TJ Jackson, and then Eagle Glen. Yeah, let's hear from them. Eagle Glen, Raul Tovar, Kevin Hawk, the manager, the service team, everybody that's helping you out today. So I want to acknowledge them. Coming up, July 25th is our golf tournament. So we still got about 10, maybe 9 foursomes left. So if you're interested, see one of the chamber members, or I think it's on your QR code there. We want to encourage you to register. It's going to be a great time. It's one of our best fundraisers. It's a great day. So sign up for that. I think Dean Safe is in charge along with Anthony Peritano. So Dean, are you here? Dean, right there, great hair right there like that. What is skin tightening? That guy said we're going to tighten his skin. I know he was joking about the hair, but it's skin tightening. I'm like, wow, interesting. Okay. I don't know why that caught me. I know. So, I just found out something interesting. The Innovation and Technology Committee is doing a webinar about safe and accessible online, navigating website compliance and security. Do you know if your website isn't ADA compliant, you get fined? And there's people out there that are finding in our community like $3 grand a pop. So if you have a website that's non-ADA compliant, first of all, if you're one of them looking for websites, you can leave now, so you don't have to, like, you know, bust me as I say this, but mine's not. And so this webinar is coming up on June 19th, 10 a.m. You'll be able to register in the chamber here in the next week or so. They're going to explain what you need to do to be compliant and keep the data safe. As you know, California's got some of the most stringent laws when it comes to that, so we have to keep on your toes so you don't get fined and things like that. So now, let's see, we're going to do our milestone members. So I'm going to introduce Desiree Ramirez to the stage. We're going to hear people that have been around quite a while. So let's hear it for Desiree Ramirez.
All right, thank you so much, John. It is your favorite part of the program, our milestone members. This morning, we are thrilled to shine the spotlight on our most esteemed members, our milestone members. At the heart of every thriving Chamber of Commerce are its dedicated members, whose unwavering support sustains our mission and fuels our efforts to empower businesses and drive economic growth within our community. We are extremely grateful to each and every one of you. Milestone members, you will be given 1 minute to introduce yourselves, and if you go over, TJ will play this down. All right. After speaking, please move to my left for a photo with our board chair, Dr. Anthony Peritano, and then you may return to your table. A special thank you to the elected officials listed on the screen that provided certificates of appreciation for our milestone members. So let's begin to celebrate our 5-year milestones. Please welcome Lomelli Communications.
Hi, good morning. My name is Anthony Lomelli. I'm owner of Lomelli Communications. We travel to businesses and provide solutions for information technology, phone systems, video surveillance, network cabling, and much more. You can visit us at lomellicommunications.com to connect with us. Thank you.
All right. Celebrating a 10-year milestone. I thought they were here. NDR Therapeutic Writing. Come on up.
Good morning. I bring you greetings from NDR, better known as No Drama Ranch. We are located in the beautiful city of Norco on Pedley. Our ranch is established to provide therapeutic riding services, equine therapeutic riding services for people of all ages. The inspiration for our program starts with people that need an extra set of legs sometimes, and the horse can give you those. My inspiration for being part of NDR as a board member and a parent is my daughter, Jasmine. Jasmine was born with cerebral palsy and epilepsy. And we found very early on that putting her on horseback changed everything. And it changed it in such a miraculous way that I decided to leave my wonderful, lovely city of Los Angeles, relocate to the Inland Empire, and become a horse owner and find some therapeutic programs that would serve her well. So at NDR, we serve all ages and a very diverse group of people.
All right, next, celebrating a 10-year milestone with the Corona Chamber is Texas Roadhouse.
Hi guys, I'm Dave, this is Valerie, we're from Texas Roadhouse.
I'm the marketing manager, and then Val is, she's always around helping me. I want to thank you guys so much for your guys' continued support. We work with a lot of our community partners, and we're so grateful that you guys give us the opportunity to give back. I grew up in Corona, and that's one way of being able to give back to my community. So we thank you very much, and hope to see you guys all in.
Thank you. Okay, let's go on to celebrating a 15-year milestone with the Corona Chamber is Aladdin Cleaning Services, excuse me.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mike Rashi. I'm the owner, founder of Aladdin Services. We started this business about 30 years ago, and we started with a small company, and now we are nationwide, and we have added carpet cleaning, floor cleaning, window cleaning, and also a handyman service. Besides that, I want to share you with very quickly, I'd like to read books, and 2 books I want to mention. One book that changed my life. I was working with Boeing, and I was flying from London, Heathrow to Los Angeles, and on the way I picked up a book that caught my eye. It says, "Let's do it, screw it." This is from Richard Branson, the founder of the famous airlines. And I was sitting on the fence, and that day it changed my life. And after 30 years in business, I wrote a book. Hopefully that will change somebody else's life. And the title of this book is Successful Entrepreneurship, How You Can Make Millions in Your Business. And one special thing about this book, chapter 7, I have dedicated the whole chapter, how a chamber can change your life, literally. And you become a chamber member, especially for the new members. You have a lot of tools offered by the Corona Chamber of Commerce. Utilize them. I know we did, and we have really reaped the benefits. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
All right, and now also celebrating a 15-year milestone anniversary with the Corona Chamber is Vulcan Materials Company. Come on up, Jim.
Good morning. My name is Jim Moore with Vulcan Materials Company. We've been a part of this community since the 1950s. We've changed names a couple of times. Our plan is to be here for the next 100+ years. And we like being a part of the community. We certainly are. It's a pleasure to be a part of the chamber. We provide the essential building materials to build society. Everything you need is either grown or mined, and we do the mining component of it. So, thank you.
Last but certainly not least, celebrating a whopping 40-year milestone with the Corona Chamber. Please put your hands together for Seroptimist International of Corona.
Good morning. I'll tell you a little bit about Seroptimist. I'm Barbara Brandt. I'm the president-elect, and we have Deb Murphy, Tanya Best, Monica Green, and Karen Spiegel. And we're all Seroptimists. And our organization was founded in 1921 and has 66,000 members in 120 countries. It was chartered in 1947 in Corona. We are a global volunteer organization that provides women and girls access to the education and training needed to achieve economic empowerment. Seroptimist Corona supports a variety of women's organizations throughout Riverside County and beyond. We are proud to be 40-year members of the Corona Chamber, and thank you for honoring our club today. And our big fundraiser is October 18th at Hidden Valley Golf Club. It's a chocolate, wine, and jazz. Please support us and get your tickets. It's lots of fun and good food and good wine, dancing, music. So join us.
All right, so give our milestone members a round of applause, and thank you again.
All right, thanks Desiree, appreciate it. Okay, on deck will be our mayor. So I just want to acknowledge also the exhibitors that we have today. Chamber Foundation, City of Corona, the Corona Rotary, Congressman Ken Calvert, On-Site Computing, Ready, Fit, Go, Rick Luag Agency, Women's Leadership Conference, and of course, apparently we've got pies and cookies from Holly, so get your cookies. So, let's see. Every month we do the Good Morning Corona event here. Oh yeah, we got 2 photographers in the room. You've been seeing them walking around. We have Jim Dorsey Commercial Photography. Where's Jim? Oh, there he is, over there. And Grant Romancia Photography, right here. There's Grant. Great job every month coming out. So, okay, so we do a Good Morning Corona every month. And so there we have the next one, June 20th. That'll be a Thursday. We'll celebrate our ELR group, their graduation, so we still have sponsorships available. You can register online. Again, you got a QR code in front of you. And if you have any questions, just ask one of our incredible chamber staff or members. And so, let's see, I want to make sure I got all my thank yous in here. Ambassadors for getting here really, really early and setting up. All our speakers. And so we want to acknowledge everybody like that. So, now, this is a chance we're going to stretch a little bit. I'm going to have you stand up when we introduce our mayor. I read here that he bought the first mayor's house when he moved in town. So this is like inevitable, I think, if I understand that right. So our keynote speaker today, Mayor Tom Richins, City of Corona 3rd District Councilman since 2020. With a background in architecture and construction, he's deeply invested in Corona's development. He's passionate for history. You're going to see that today as he talks about how passionate he is for the city's history. Ladies and gentlemen, stand up and welcome to the stage our Corona Mayor, Tom Richins.
Well, everybody, I guess the secret's out. I'm the mayor. I also do acupuncture. And Paul Bender, we're not going to talk about how I dress. You beat me every day. Well, let's see. I guess just let's do it and screw it, right? Bobby Spiegel said I had to write my talk. He didn't say I had to read it. But I will. Just one note of mention. I think I got no less than 12 phone calls as to what I was going to wear today. So, whatever you guys got betting on going out there, I put the monkey suit on. I look official. And hopefully I never have to wear this thing again. Also, you guys know Bobby Spiegel's a control freak, right? He made me write this talk 3 months ago. He edited it and sent it back. Gave it to lawyers. I read it last night and I thought, oh, this will put people back to sleep. So I rewrote it. So this is all new. This is all new to you, Bobby, wherever you are. So, but I think a lot of you know that history is my passion, so I would be remiss if I didn't share some history with you. And I did get a phone call from Dario yesterday saying, don't you dare share history, and I'm going to share the history. Our city started off with the citrus industry. In 1886, we planted trees, we built packing houses, smudge pots were introduced. Some of you remember what those are. And Corona, our beloved city, became the lemon capital of the world. In 1887, the railroad came through Corona, a train depot was constructed, telegraph lines were strung out. Steam engines for many years traveled our city. Those engines eventually switched to diesel, and soon they will switch to electric. 1913, our Grand Boulevard turned into a famous racetrack where it hosted auto races. For 3 years, the legends of racing came to our city. Barney Oldfield, Eddie Rickenbacker, who was the World War II ace of aces, and Bob Berman, who at the time was the fastest man in the world. And he crashed his car in 1916, and that ended the Corona road races. For a time, the red Pacific Electric trolley cars came to Corona. I think the Spiegels remember those days. I'm going to hear it after this. Our city has had many adventures come to our town. Electricity, in the early 1900s. Gas lines, telephone lines, all introduced to the citizens of Corona. 1914, a lot of this you won't know, there was a bank called First National Bank on the corner of 6th and Main. In an effort to attract business, they paid firefighter and contractor Pearl Glass to hang a clock there. What you don't know is that clock is still hanging. It's hung on every corner of 6th and Main for the last 100+ years. If you're wondering where it is now, because I know you're all going to drive by after this, it's the sushi place. They have their logo in the clock right now. And as we revitalize the downtown, we'll revitalize that clock. Our city built a Carnegie Library. We have a Silver Dollar Pancake House. Corona always will be home of the Miguel's and Miguel's Junior franchises, right? Not to mention the co-founder of Del Taco, David Jameson, and grandson of our founder, George L. Joy, grew up in Corona. He's one of us. Many of Coronans, I can't read my writing. Many of Corona boys have grown up in Corona. Many have left to serve our country in times of war. Many have come home men, and many have left their life on the battlefield. World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korea, the Gulf War, and Afghanistan wars, all Coronans have served in those wars. The Civil War is not lost on our community either. When the city was founded, Civil War veterans moved to Corona. They built their houses here and they established business. There are quite a few houses in Corona that were built by Civil War veterans. Wow. Just a fun fact to know. When Sunny Slope Cemetery was established, those Civil War veterans wanted to start a war memorial. And it was there that they purchased a 12-foot granite monument, and the words have been placed in granite in memory of our fallen heroes. And that monument serves for all wars. That's it for the old history. Let me tell you what the council's been doing for the last few years, or since I've been around. Homelessness is down 65% in our city in the last 3+ years. We have designed a new city seal and introduced a new city logo to it. I'm glad to see somebody be clapping on that one. That was a hell of a time getting that through. We're building a community center in City Park, and the downtown revitalization is rolling forward. It's not going to stall. The Civic credit rating has been bumped up to AA+. How about that? And when Jacob and his team, Jacob's our city manager, when his team introduced pension stabilization bonds, it saved the city $276 million. Wow. There was a while a few years back when graffiti started to pop up significantly in our city. We've turned that around. If you see graffiti now, it's gone within 24 to 48 hours. I like that you guys clap. I don't think we got to screw it anymore. Might need to bring that balloon guy back up though. The Vietnam Wall Memorial, the wall that Hills came to Corona. If you remember that, it was very good and it was very calming. Our Assistant City Manager, Justin Tucker, introduced the City Citizens Academy. So if you're a citizen and you want to learn what your city does, sign up for the Citizens Academy. It's well worth it. And you can push over Tucker, he's on crutches up here, so hit him up and say you want to be in it. I did want to make one thing. You guys got some pretty groundbreaking information at last month's Good Morning Corona. It's where you learned that the corner of Park Ridge and Main was going to be cleaned up. City College, right? You guys all heard it first.
Yeah.
I want you to know just a little background of that. And they won't take the credit, but I'll give it to them. It was Council Member Jackie Casillas, it was City Manager Jacob Ellis, and Bill Hedrick, who were the genesis of that project. Had it not been their efforts, it wouldn't have happened. right, we got a slideshow. This is where this part gets boring, but apparently all you business leaders need to hear it. So I'm going to step over here. So this is a rendering of what the plan could look like. This isn't what it's going to look like, but this is what we're starting with. Do I push this thing?
Just tell them next.
Next. There's going to be some things that we do with this downtown revitalization plan. Shadows. We're going to change 6th Street. We're going to update our standards. We're going to rip out sidewalks. We're going to rip out trees. We're going to plant new lights, new streets. We're going to take 6th Street down to 1 lane in each direction and introduce diagonal parking. The reason we're doing this is because a lot of people like to get off the 91 freeway and cut through our city to go home. We need them to stay on the 91 freeway. We need to make it. I got the Dorsey approval there. So we need to slow down 6th Street. We need to encourage shopping, and it's one of many factors that will help revitalize our downtown. Next is the North Mall. The city has taken that back out of the lab's hands. We're currently in the process of acquiring properties, and I know that's very, very actively going on. Some things I am committed to secrecy, so I don't get to tell you, but it's happening. City Park, $100 million being invested into City Park. It has been a complaint of citizens for many, many years that the City Park needs to be cleaned up, and it needs to be revitalized, it needs to be redone, and so we're doing that. We're taking the City Park back. I know a lot of you aren't nerds like me, but if you study City Park and what's being built there, the community center is going to be multicultural, multi-generational, and multifunctional. When that gets built, and it's going to be grand, we will be able to program city programming like never seen before. So all I can do is just promise you, you'll love it. Gateway signage. You guys have driven to Norco, and they have their little welcome to Norco USA, and they got a picture of a horse, and they probably wanted to hang a horse. We're going to do that, but we're not going to hang a horse. And we're going to do that in 3 different locations. We might hang some lemons or something like that. Iconic downtown signs, I talked about that. The South Mall, I know you all are wondering what happened to the 99-cent store, right? It turns out they went bankrupt. But they're gone. We took the building back. The city owns that property. To the left of it, the lab still owns that. They're in the process of building the brewery. My favorite part, and if you've been to their outside establishments in Anaheim, they have gotten really good at backyard dining and eating. And that's what they're going to do with the brewery. That parking lot that's in the back is all turning into outdoor dining and eating. There's a lot of, there will be a lot of drinking going on, so that's probably where you'll find Steiner. He'll hate me for that later. At 6th Street in Maine, the secret got out this last week. I wanted to announce it today, but social media beat me to it. Northgate Market is coming to 6th in Maine. I've met with them. They've came by the house. They've met with other council members and city leaders. These guys are looking to pop $50 to $70 million into that corner. That's what they're investing. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be huge. They have great tamales. They do. They've also checked one of my boxes, and that was to add historic elements into what they build. So it'll make downtown look like the downtown needs to look, and they've committed to that. Next slide. I talked about 6th Street. Just so you see the rendering, you get to see what it looks like. We're cleaning up the median. We're introducing the diagonal parking. I talked about that, but the picture says it better than I do. See that? Next slide. Historic Civic Center. We have put money aside to save it, preserve it, and it needs to be saved, fixed up, and preserved. G. Stanley Wilson was the architect of that building. He is the same architect of the Riverside Mission Inn. This building is a treasure. It's 101 years old, and we would be mistaken if we neglect it, right? I saw a lobster around here somewhere, and that's where that guy will be. Next slide. North Mall redevelopment, that's coming along. I kind of told you a little bit about it. I'm not telling you anything more. Next slide. I already talked about the city park. There's the pictures, $100 million. By the way, the playground for the kids, I'm playing on that thing. That's where you'll find the mayor. Next slide. Gateway signage, not doing that. Next slide. That's what we're doing, except for the horse. Next slide. South Mall, oh, I told you, you can turn this thing off. All right, you guys know it all now. I've been coming to these Good Morning Coronas for a while now, and I've noticed there's a lot of businesses in Corona, but it tends to be the people at the Good Morning Corona tend to be the business leaders of Corona, right? So you guys all play pivotal roles. Our city can't be successful unless you guys are successful. So, I never thought I was gonna be the mayor. I still don't believe I'm the mayor. But I can say in front of you business leaders, as mayor of Corona, it is special and thriving, and I can say that Corona today is successful, productive, and truly going forward. I can honestly say that. And I'm a citizen, not a politician. All right, here's where I get to wrap up this talk, because I know you guys just came for the food. A few years ago, when I was elected to city council, I got a phone call from then Mayor Steiner. He said that as I took on the role of council member, that I was going to see some things that I like and some things that I don't like. He told me that citizens always come first and that our job is to serve them. Steiner said that as a city council, it was important that the 5 of us work as a team. Such advice has never been more true. It's humbling, and it's a true joy to work with my fellow council members. I will always consider them lifelong friends, and I can honestly say in front of you guys that we work as a team. Over the years, I feel we've experienced great success. Likewise, it's important to mention the genius of our city manager, Jacob Ellis, who is in the crowd today. He'll never take credit, but he should. Also, the assistant city managers, Justin and Brett. Brett snuck out, and I'll talk to him later. These guys, the police chief, all that work for the city, they are truly doing what our city needs, and they are making our city better than it ever has been. And I think you guys are seeing it out there. To you business leaders here today, I hope your business endeavors will continue to power the economic engine that it takes to keep our city running. May you lift up those in need, teach the next generation, and continue to make our community stronger than it has ever been. For if I can only share some words of advice to you business people, it would be, you're going to see some things that you like, you're going to see some things that you don't like. But it's your job as business leaders of Corona to serve and prosper the community. I hope that you will take all of these words to heart. Thank you for allowing me to come and speak today. Thank you for all that you do as a chamber and all that you do individually. You are making our city of Corona be loved. Thank you.
All right, very good, thank you, sir. Okay, so we're gonna open up for a couple of questions. Q&A, we've got about 3 hours, so we should be good. We can get every question you've ever thought of answered today. The mayor's promised to stick around for that. We do have a microphone here, so if anybody would like to come up, ask a quick question, we've got a couple minutes for that. If anybody we went over a lot of good stuff, so anybody have a question? Come up. It's a quick. All right, we've got one. Jim's got a question. Microphone. All right, let's start with that. I'm going to hand the mic over to the mayor as he comes up and asks questions. Does that work? So microphone.
If I get any questions wrong, by the way, I want you to email me. It's westspeak at coronaca.gov. West.speak.
Let's get right.
Or blame Paul Bender.
That's good. Jim.
Yeah, my question is that I've been building the bridge over at McKinley. When are they actually going to move it? Because I think it'd be fascinating to go over and actually watch it be moved in place, put in place.
Marty.
It was supposed to start moving tonight, right? But it got delayed. It's in about 2 weeks. I want to go with you and watch it be moved because I like construction too. So,
please let me know. I'd love to be there.
You got it. 2 weeks. That's when it starts getting moved.
Nice.
And thanks for the easy question. No need to email Wes on that one.
Apparently we're moving the microphone. Dean's got a question, then we'll bring it back over here. Sorry about
boy.
Mayor, thank you for being here. Are we tearing down the old railroad station and why?
No, and maybe. And do I got to answer the why? All right, I'll answer the why. The city doesn't own the railroad depot. It's a private owner. They have every right to demo it if they should choose to do so. Ganal Lumber is interested in the property, and there's a lot going on with that, right? The city of Corona, we've talked to Ganal, we've talked to the owner, and we're making every effort right now to find another location and move it, and that's where we're at. So you can watch last night's city council meeting. I think I've built a pretty good reputation on promoting history in Corona. I have a Facebook page, it's called History of Corona. I don't put my name on it, but I love Corona's history. So I have no desire to tear it down, and I have every desire to relocate it. I just really hope we can make it happen, and that's where it's at. So.
Okay, over here.
Hi, Mayor. My name is Kevin Ferguson. I'm the practice manager of Carbon Health in Medford Marketplace. In that shopping center, there is a building that was supposed to be an Amazon Fresh that has never opened. Is there any information that we have on that, or what is going to go there if it doesn't?
You want to announce it, Wes? I'm going to let Wes.speak answer that.
Just to save the email. Amazon Fresh, I've been harassing them for the past 6 months, and finally their government relations person got back to me and said that they are opening. They have some substantial IT issues. They're changing their self-checkout, and they found it to have some issues. So they've said their tentative opening is December, or in the first quarter of next year, but they're piloting some of their different IT issues, but hoping to have it open by then for sure.
Thank you. Right behind you.
Got it.
Yeah. David?
How do you guys like that for an answer, huh?
Yeah.
If I wanted to be able to follow along with the revitalization project and timing and when things are coming, where would I go to find that?
That's a good question.
TheCoronaCircle.com.
People are whispering in my ears. There's a website, there's www.thecoronacircle.com. There's also a meeting May 28th, 28th. That's at the public library. You can go and you can learn about the 6th Street changes that are taking place. So please, 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 if you love the city, if you love the downtown, go to that meeting, learn, educate, and then watch the magic.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I understand you're going to be fixing the Ontario and 15 freeway. I was wondering when that's going to be fixed so you can actually get out to this area of Corona.
Who told you that?
Westspeak.
Wes, get me in trouble, dude. Hang on, let me get the microphone to Wes.
If I'm remembering right, we have all the funding. That was the last little bit I think we got from Congressman Calvert's office. as one of the infrastructure awards, and that project is slated to start the end of next year. Yeah, it's like, so it'll start probably most likely the end of next year, based on it needs to go into construction still, construction docks and all those things. So most likely operational 2027.
US, you are more nerd than me. Marissa, what do you got?
Hi, Marissa, Love Foundation. I just wanted to ask if there was a consideration for our children for the Corona City Park for possibly a discount day, because I've heard of memberships and kind of pricey things. So I just wanted to cater to the children that, you know, sometimes it's not their fault, their parents aren't, you know, can afford it or not. Thank you.
Thank you, Marissa. If I tell you guys something, I hope you guys can believe me, right? I am a politician.
But a citizen.
Oh, yeah. I'm a citizen. I honestly believe it is the will of all 5 council members. You can believe it or not believe it. I've said it 100 times since that meeting where it was talked about. I don't believe any child will be charged anything. I don't believe anybody under the age of 18 will be charged anything to go to the community center. So, believe it, don't believe it, watch it. We don't need a secret, we're transparent, right?
Absolutely.
That community center was specifically picked for that location because of children in need. And that's why it's being built there. What else?
I'm standing next to him and no lightning. One more question, anybody else? Otherwise, we're gonna wrap it up.
I have a comment.
Comment, uh-oh. I'm always worried when someone has a comment.
In over 4 decades of photographing all of you, your lives, the city, the buildings, the South Corona building, everything else, this is the first group of people that have ever been this transparent and have done this much good for the city that I've seen. And it's collective, and they're supportive, and they're cohesive. So, give it up.
Thank you, Jim. And Jim will be your MC next month, and so I'm out of a job. Oh, we have one more question. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Tina. So my organization, we build community gardens, and I know the park has the construction going, the revitalization, and I wanted to know who would I need to speak to possibly see about getting a community garden put in. I think that'd be amazing for the city of Corona.
I do too. As long as I'm not the one that has to be the gardener, because I'll kill whatever you try. You can email me, tom.richins at coronaca.gov. The man and the genius that's going to be behind that community garden will be our city manager, Jacob Ellen.
Got it. Thank you.
You got it.
I just want to make one comment as well, kind of reflecting what Jim said. This city council, I've known them for years. Wes and I worked at In-N-Out Burger back in the day, believe it or not. Every time there's a problem with a business, comes to us and speaks to us, they've all been receptive. Jim Steiner, anyone calls him and he responds. So they're here for you. If you have a problem, reach out to them or come through us and we will communicate. But I appreciate everybody. Jackie, I've gotten to know really in the last just few months, and she's a rock star. Everybody here is special. Tom, there's a comedian you remind me of. I just don't know who it is with the tone. But everybody, they're special people, and I'm not just saying that. Their whole staff, it's really the whole group down there, and I've really gotten to know them. I've been here my whole life, but getting to know this group over the last 6 months, I'm very impressed. You guys, thank you again for what you do.
Hey, there's a lot of places in this world to live, and we're fortunate to live here, so it's great. So, okay, so then last item here, make sure you sign up for next month. The speaker may not be as good, but you know, the MC will still be the same. So take a minute, sign up for your upcoming events. Meeting will be adjourned, but visit all our exhibitors over there, get your cookies, go support those businesses. Go meet someone you've never met before, get their number, see if you can help in their business. Thank all of our members. Thanks for our sponsors. Thank you, Mayor, for being here and all the city. Ladies and gentlemen, meeting adjourned.